And welcome back to Careful Boys. And today we've got Ryan Hasegawa in the seat. Hasegawa! Is that how people are supposed to say your name?
I guess. I've never had anyone say it. No, actually, I take that back. So when I was in Japan, like, I went to a sushi restaurant, like a fancy sushi restaurant, and then they saw like because then they're obviously like serving like a bunch of like tourists and stuff like that, as it's like because it's fancy and people want to go when they're in Japan. So then they're like looking down the list and stuff, and then they see my name. And I'm here for Hasegawa. And she's like, oh, she like her face like brightens up. She's like, Hasegawa-san! And then she starts like bowing and shit. I'm like, oh no, how do I break it to her? I don't know Japanese, because she starts like rattling off like.
You should have just been like,
yeah. Just guttural noises.
How does your grandpa say your last name?
He said it kind of white, to be honest, because I explained.
Hasegawa! Hasegawa, dude!
I explained to my grandfather like
Cowabunga? Hasegawa, dude!
He's kind of like an Asian John Wayne.
your grandpa's an Asian John Wayne? Is that why you dress the way you do?
Yeah, pretty much. It's because I'm like, I want to be a cowboy. No, because like he really liked America, so he just like watched a bunch of like John Wayne movies and shit like that. So he kind of talked like, you know, he kind of had like a little bit of a drawl like sometimes, and it was funny because I was like,
Konnichiwa, ladies and gentlemen.
And he could speak Japanese too.
Was he born here?
Yeah, the strongest.
He was
he born in Japan?
No, he was born here, but he spent most of like a good chunk of his childhood in Japan, kind of like back and forth. Yeah, so he was like
kind of like me in Vegas.
Yeah, no, except not.
Where was he during the war?
During the war, he was actually close enough to I forget if it was Hiroshima or Nagasaki.
So he was in Japan during World War II?
Whoa. When the bomb went off.
Like, I was on the wrong side.
No, I think he was a kid. So he was like close enough to where the bomb went off that he got like free medical service, like free healthcare.
Did he get fucking radiated?
No, he was like lucky that he was far enough away, but then they just like kind of drew a line of like, or everybody in this general area that could have gotten fucked up by the bomb, like you get, you know, free medical, like, you know, healthcare.
That's like the Hurricane Katrina people whose houses didn't crumble, but they get some hookups.
Yeah.
That's exactly like that.
Except, like, replace hurricane with nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
Man-made.
Yeah, I forgot the part of Hurricane Katrina people melted.
Why did your grandpa go back and forth from the U.S.?
There's a lot of family stuff. There's just a lot of family stuff.
No, like your grandpa's, so your great-grandparents came here first.
Yeah.
For work or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what the story was. I think he was born in like Oklahoma or Nebraska or something like that. It was kind of weird.
Very Japanese.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so he was like born in a very weird spot, but then he was like back and forth, and eventually he settled in California. Just because his wife, my grandmother, was like, no, we gotta pick a place. We gotta fucking stop moving around.
And he's like, John Wayne.
Yeah,
California. Hollywood.
Your grandma's born here too?
I don't know about her actually. I gotta double check on that. I think she was though. Yeah, but yeah, my family's been in the country for a long ass time.
So what are you, 4th generation?
It depends on what side of the family, but yeah, 3rd or 4th generation, depending on who you ask.
We always choose the men.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think no. I mean, if that's the case, I think it's like I'm 3rd generation or something.
They came here to teach judo?
Yeah.
To make sushi. They came all the way over here to make sushi in California.
My grandfather flip anything other than like a
the
burger.
finger.
Does your grandpa get offended, like if he was at a stand-up comedian thing in Japan and someone made a bomb joke about the?
I don't know. I never pushed that. You know, I never pushed that.
I wonder like how soon after did Japanese stand-up comedians start making jokes about the?
When it's accepted?
I don't know anything about like Japanese stand-up.
Is there a Japanese phrase for too soon?
Probably.
Hasegawa is the phrase.
Probably all just like shake their head and like oh no.
Is there a big stand-up comedy scene in Japan?
Yeah, that's the first question we have.
There's stand-up comics in Japan for sure, but
what's the comedy
like? Traditional like one mic stool type of shit?
I don't think so. I feel like it's a lot on TV though, right? Because I feel like a lot of their comedians that I see at least are like get on TV shows, like variety shows and stuff like that.
That's true. It's like Terrace House.
Like Takeshi's Castle, dude.
But there's an old art form. There's an old art form called owarai. That, I mean, it just translates to like laughing. But then it's like a comedy show. It's a legit comedy show. They do sketches, they do commentary, they do like I don't know if it's improv, but that's the best way I can explain it. Like they do games and stuff. But I've never
Silent Library?
Yeah. That's hella Japanese. But like I've never seen a stand-up comedian, but also I wouldn't go because I can't understand the complex adult shit.
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
But I've been to shows and performances where they do comedy shows like that. Like it'll be like a variety show. That's what it is. Yeah.
That's kind of like what they televise, though. I was gonna say, like, I feel like that's what they put on.
That's
TV.
kind of like who he is, like a variety guy. Like, look at this.
Whoa, that explains Joe.
The
Actually,
traditional one is more like there's a format to it, and it's like live. And then the one that we see on TV is like a modern variety show that probably took a lot of influence from like the 60s in America. Yeah. Like that kind of
prank shows that the Japanese do are so.
Oh, those are fucking great.
David was showing us one on his podcast where they kept pranking the same guy over and over again, and he'd just be walking, and he walks onto like one specific tile, and he just drops into hot water, and they do that to him like 7 different times. He was walking onto a stage like in front of a performance. Right when he walks in, right? Something, bro. Yeah. Some fucking joke award. He falls right into the hot water, and then immediately, right after he falls in the hot water, there's 2 guys in the back pushing out a bucket of ice, and he knows the protocol. As soon as he falls in the hot water, he jumps into the ice, and he just like cool himself off. But the best one is, they think they're done with the show. He gets into the tour bus. He sits in the back seat, and as soon as he sits, he flips backwards into a fucking, like a bowl of hot water, bro. And he just, once again, the guys with the bucket of ice come out. And they kept doing to this poor guy over and over
like that.
and over.
I wish we weren't so pussy that we couldn't enjoy it. You know what I mean?
It's so funny.
Like if we as a nation,
we call that bullying in the U.S.
If we try to shoot that here, it'd be bullying. There'd be fucking activists saying no, cancel the show.
Is that guy like a volunteer, or is he part of the show?
He's part of the show, though.
I think that's different.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's like if we did that to Anthony Lee every
disrespect to the ALS fucking patients.
Yeah. Like the ice bucket challenge people.
Yeah. I feel like everyone else has better comedy shows than the U.S. Like the shit that they can do.
Everyone else has better comedy in
the
general.
UK, whatever, because they don't. I think because we have like a Puritan like.
Because everybody thinks twice before they release.
We're a Puritan society.
We're very anti-sex.
Nobody shoots from the hip with like comedy out here. They're just like
they do, and then someone shoots back.
People are scared. People are scared. People are scared to push the boundaries versus like stuff like that's fucking tight, man.
I just think it's convoluted though. Sometimes, like I feel like it's so complex that someone doesn't want to spend the time to like develop like a false wall in all the tour buses to like trick someone into getting it on. I feel like it takes a very specific, dedicated group of people to be like, that's what we're gonna get.
That's also very Japanese.
We're gonna dump the entire fucking budget onto this trapdoor mechanism, and it's gonna be fucking sick. Yeah, we do have Jackass here. Yeah, we have Jackass.
Yeah, but instead of regular comedy, it's just those are jackasses. It's like not comedy.
But they only do that once a year and shit. You know what I mean?
Well, now they do. They used to do it. They used to do it seasonally. Yeah, they used to do it seasonally. Now they're just old.
They're like 50 now. Can you believe they're still fucking each other up at 50?
This is the last one. Like they're legit. Like
they keep saying that. They keep saying that.
No, but this one, I think that Johnny Knoxville got a concussion on this one. That his doctor was like, "You cannot do, or you're gonna die."
He gets a concussion every movie.
Yeah, well, this one he got enough of a concussion that they're gonna make him stop or something like that. Like it's crazy. Those dudes are old. But I'm gonna go watch that movie though. I'm gonna go watch the fuck out of it.
Have you seen that Japanese prank show one where they have to get an MRI scan, and then when they get in the stretcher, they go inside, and at the other side there's a grandma, and she's like fucking 1 inch away from your face, and you're just Eskimo kissing her.
That's pretty funny, actually. I want to know who that grandma is.
And you can't laugh. You gotta just stay still.
Yeah. I saw that. There was one silent library I saw where it was like. Like where they picked a card and it said gums or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And the old man and Ernesto Hoost is like one of the GOAT kickboxers of all time.
Of all time.
Big black Dutch. I think he's Dutch, right?
Dutch,
Dutch dude.
6'5".
And he's with a bunch of these tiny little Japanese dudes in the library. And there's this old man that comes out. He puts out his teeth and he starts sucking on this dude's ear. And the whole time he's like, fuck. And he's just trying to hold it together. But it's like one of the best things ever.
They bring all these fighters on, like the most hardcore, Bob Sapp, like these type of dudes, and they'll bring them into the silliest environments.
That's great.
They love that shit.
Have you seen the one where they had to go around this tube and someone farted in it? Oh, and they had to put gas, like the oxygen masks on? Yeah. And they all had to inhale the fucking poop?
I've seen that one on Jackass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
I think Steve-O like yaks in the tube. So it's like, he's like, just like in the thing, so it's adding to the experience.
Dude, remember that Jackass where one of their buddies had to fucking run on the treadmill and they had the sweat bag and that fool had to drink that? Fuck, bro.
Dude, that one's the one that got me the closest to yakking in the theater. I was like,
What about when that guy ate a piece of shit? Do you guys remember that one? With 3-6 Mafia? Have you guys seen that one? That was in the movie.
Which one?
It was like a piece of like cow shit or something.
Oh.
And 3-6 Mafia's there. I don't
The
know
shit
why.
chip thing?
Yeah, and he eats it, and I was like, bro, I can't do this anymore. I can't watch it. I can't do it.
I'm glad this conversation came from talking about your grandparents.
Yeah, he would approve.
Nagasaki.
Fuck.
It's like, can you believe all the people who fought for our freedoms during World War II? If they saw what humans are doing today,
Dude, I know, man.
They'd probably be like, this is sick. You guys got something called Jackass? That's great.
this is who we saved.
Yeah, let me see that.
This is the civilization that we saved. Dudes drinking each other's sweat. Today's video is brought to you by Babble.
Babble.
You know, I always had the hardest time learning a new language. Teachers always say, you stupid. But you know, I always thought...
mean school. You stupid.
You stupid. But I always thought like, learning language through a textbook, through lecture, all that stuff, it just made it so much more difficult than trying to do it in an interactive way.
Yeah.
That's why Babble's pretty awesome, because it's a really quick method that's proven to work because they have a ton of language experts that help develop this learning program.
Yeah, there's over 100. And they also have quick 15-minute sessions so you can learn really fast so it's digestible. So it's not like class where you're sitting there for like a whole hour trying to absorb everything. You could just do it on the go, 15 minutes, 4 times a day is still an hour, and you can learn it much faster that way.
And what's cool is they have 14 different languages that you can choose from, like Spanish,
Italian,
German.
And one of the dopest things, it has speech recognition technology. So instead of just like a one-way language app, you actually get to talk back and then you can get your enunciation corrected. So if you're tired of your language teacher talking shit to you, calling you stupid,
El Stupido,
maybe you could do a little extra studying on the side if you know what I'm talking about. Because right now they got a sick deal. If you go to babble.com/offtherecord, for 3 months, you get another 3 months free. So that's 6 months for the price of 3. Go to Babble, BABBEL.com/offtherecord to get 6 months for the price of 3 months.
Ryan, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Who's your favorite Japanese person?
My favorite Japanese
Male and female. Go.
I don't know a whole lot.
Japanese American or Japanese Japanese?
You heard what I said, dude. Japanese.
Oh, okay.
I give it in both.
Why you gotta say Japanese twice? Like they're not real
Japanese,
first time.
Japanese, yeah.
Just to
both.
emphasize how Japanese
Japanese
they are.
American or
Japanese American.
and or. It doesn't matter. And you're next, Joe.
I should be called twice removed, and he should be called 3 times removed Japanese.
Yeah, I mean, the more generations you get in America, just the more white you get. The banana strengthens with.
Like, do they have to be real people, or are you counting people like Ryu or something?
Yeah, fictional Japanese counts.
Do you consider Pikachu Japanese?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he's not a person.
But he's Japanese.
Ash is a person.
Like a Shiba Inu is a
Brock.
Japanese.
Yeah, but it's not a person.
Inus are
He said
Japanese.
person, I think.
Are you okay with
Either.
Japanese things?
Yes, Japanese entities.
Like
How about
matcha?
Japanese.
I like matcha a lot.
Japanese characters?
What's your favorite Japanese phrase?
I don't know what Japanese phrase.
It's got like the most American Japanese guy here.
Yeah, no, that's fun. It's funny. Everyone always brings it up. They're just like, oh, we got a Japanese guy here. I'm like, don't. That's not.
Let me ask you a question then that pertains to only you. Would you rather have the best gun in the planet or the best camera in the world?
That's a good question. Probably the best camera in the world because,
Because you're still shooting.
Someone's gonna jack you for it though, because you ain't got no gun.
Yeah, I guess. But if I got a gun, then like,
I can't take a picture of it.
Right after the guy gives him the camera, he goes, now give me the camera.
Are those your 2 biggest passions?
Guns and cameras?
So cameras over guns for you.
well, yeah, because I can make a lot more money with that.
More
You
money with a gun.
could make a lot of money.
Yeah, but then I have to be on the run all the time. Like, I don't want to be like stressing out about a life of crime all
Okay,
the time.
but if you get a sick ass gun, you also get a sick ass road car.
And a holster, a cool holster.
So, but I just have to constantly be driving it.
Okay, fine. You also get a driver.
Oh, you get a driver? No.
Stop questioning the logistics, man.
I don't want to run for the rest of my life. Like, I
You're not
want
running, you're driving.
But what if you're running for the law, not from the law?
for the law. What am I?
Because you're a cop or something, you know? You're running for the law, you know?
This is for the law.
It's like a jogathon.
That sounds like a police charity.
It's a police jogathon.
It's for West Covina PD.
Like he wants you to donate. He's just stopping at your house, running in place.
You're running to catch a bad guy because you're a cop.
Okay, I'll meet you in the middle. I'll give you a sniper, that the scope is the best camera in the world. Stupid. What? Your car is hella whack.
Every time you shoot, you take a picture. Yeah, but you'll pull a shot.
So I have evidence.
Yeah, every time you shoot, you take a gorgeous photo of the victim.
Yeah. Before they die.
It's all to classical music.
That's a Black Mirror episode, I think.
Before they die.
That's the trade-off. Yeah, is that okay?
That would actually be so helpful in shooting, because when you're shooting long distance, right, the reason why you have a spotter is after you pull the trigger, the thing shakes so much you're off sight, so you don't know what you're looking at. But if you could actually take a picture at the moment that you pull the trigger, what the sight picture looks like, dude, I think you just invented something.
You're welcome.
Because then you gotta be like this. If you're spotter, hit, hit, 2 degrees to the right.
If you spend enough time with each other, you guys start making out.
I know.
And they're not even spotting it.
Does that happen? Do they get romantically?
Marines is something else, man.
Am I holding the gun?
Yeah. Just cock it a bunch of times. Just cock it a bunch of times.
They finish each other's sentences.
It's not really thing they're finishing.
Instead of them being like this side to side, that fool rolls over on top like this. The spotter's like behind him like that.
I'm like, yes. And then Bart's literally on top of me because the recoil, bro. So when I shoot, he stabilizes.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh, I just busted. Oh shit!
Dude, that's fucking crazy. Ryan, do me.
Oh shit! Oh, so then recoil.
Hasegawa! But what if you have a machine gun? You're like,
then you're really gonna have a hard time.
Is that why for stability you have to like go inside?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you gotta link up. You gotta be one. You gotta be one shooter.
That's what I call plugging in.
It's like kayaks, right? When you get in a kayak, the bigger guy has to be in the back. The smaller person has to be in the front. So as the smaller person, I'll be in the front. The bigger guy gives me stability on top of me.
And you have to link up. But then why does the middle guy have to take it from both sides?
It's just protocol, bro.
how many people in a kayak?
Does everyone ride kayaks that way?
Well, he's the connecting force.
He's the connecting force. He's the conductor.
So are we gonna get a girl on the show or no?
Or what's the deal, bro?
I heard there's a girl coming soon.
Yeah.
To a theater near you.
She's just gonna enable all of this.
How come girls don't do jokes like that? They're like, oh yeah, there's a sniper, then the other sniper's
I'm like eating her out or something, you know?
eating my pussy.
Do military girls make jokes like that?
I don't think so.
Not really.
Yeah, they don't.
All the guys in the room are like,
And then what happens next?
and then, I love this joke. And then,
It's so funny.
Oh shit, yeah. Can you say it a little bit slower next time?
Yes. Gotta put on my army hat for that one, dude.
Looks like your fishing hat.
Talked about military. Talked about Japanese prank shows. Yeah. And we talked about your Japanese heritage. So I think we're covering all your.
don't forget photography.
Yeah. My only two passions is guns and cameras.
But none of you guys have like a iconic Japanese person.
Who is your favorite Japanese?
Ken Watanabe. I like him.
Takashi Miike.
Miike, dude, that guy's insane. I will say, no, yeah, that guy's cool as fuck. He's a Japanese director, and his filmography is fucking insane. He's done shit like fucking Audition. It's like this horror movie where it's known for this like super brutal torture scene where like this chick like basically like tortures this guy to death and like cuts like things off of his feet and stuff like that. So insane shit like that, and then he also directs family movies.
Like what kind of family movie?
Like there's
Shrek 3.
Shrek 3.
Shrek 3.
That's fucking dope.
He fucking reveals it like I present to you Shrek 3.
Ryan, have you seen this movie called Happiness of the Kuratagis or Kurosagis? No. It's this like family that inherits this like motel, and then they're gonna start running this motel, but people keep dying inside their motel, so they have to keep hiding the bodies. And then it's done as like a family comedy almost.
That sounds hilarious.
That sounds pretty funny, actually.
So it's like a little bit of horror when people die and the ghosts come back to haunt them, but they're also like slapstick, kind of like trying to like hide the feet underneath the like
Japanese Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, it's funny though. Like, so that's his filmography. So that's a good choice.
What was his name again?
Takeshi Miike. Yeah.
Miike.
Got 2 I's. M-I-I-K-E. Yeah. So that dude's got like if I work on that many kinds of films by the end of my career, I'll be a very happy man.
What if he goes? Is he alive?
I think so. Yeah. Dude's old though.
I want to hire you, but you have to give up guns for the rest of your life.
Oh no, I'm probably not gonna get a job.
What? He's American, dude. He's like, don't take my fucking guns from me.
You would say no?
I make my own movies.
If I had to give up guns for the rest of my life, nah.
What a weird
Request?
For someone who gains nothing.
Then it's your dream career, though.
Yeah, but I'll shoot another film that's cool.
Yeah, what a class.
This guy's demanding.
I don't like guns, but I like you.
Yeah, but I wouldn't even be. Guns would be nowhere near him. He just wants me as a person to give up. He just wants to hurt me.
You don't keep a gun on set?
If Dave Chappelle said like I could live with him and then he'll like take me under his wing and I have to give up guns, I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Oh, you don't think about the, you live with him and you give up your family part, or
The gun.
You'll never see your family again.
Move in. They'll move in.
What if he asks you to be vegan for the rest of your life?
That'd be tough.
Rest of my life?
You have to give up red meat, you have to go vegan.
or you're not allowed to get like a fade anymore.
Oh, fade's easy.
You gotta fade opposite. You gotta
Have to drive a smart car for the rest of your life.
All that stuff's easy.
never go to Ben's hair salon
That
ever
stuff's
again.
easy.
But vegan though?
Vegan's tough.
That's
I'll do it.
tough.
I think I'll do it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow, to be in a date.
Just not the family part, but like everything else is
That's whack.
everything else is like
don't backtrack.
everything else is like preferential, right? It's like it's not like a deal breaker. It's like I could do anything. Change whatever.
I can't believe you like comedy more than guns. What's wrong with you?
He's the GOAT though. I get to learn from him.
What if he's like a really bad teacher? What if
Yeah, what if he's like a great athlete but a horrible coach?
What if he's like, you gotta put this bumper sticker on your truck for 30 years and it says Marines are gay?
I'll do that right now. I'll do that right now.
And then Ryan gives
Did
him
you
the bumper
see the way I
sticker.
embrace Nick?
It's too bad I'm not a Marine though.
No hesitation. Bags are packed.
I think most of those jokes I've heard from Marines.